What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got a little bit different of a video for you. We are giving you 10 tips for people looking to get back into training like an athlete. So I low-key hate the phrase training like an athlete because I think athletic training is just how everybody should be training. But there are 10 things that I think everybody should kind of consider before getting back into it. You know, if you haven't done this style of training or if you haven't just trained in a while, you know, everybody in late 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever age you're at, just take these into consideration before you start. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We post new videos every Thursday. So subscribe to catch all of them. Hope you enjoy. All right, folks, I'm gonna try to keep these short and sweet because we all know I have a tendency to ramble. Number one, be real with yourself. Make sure you know your starting point. Do not get too far ahead of yourself, right? If you haven't done training in a long time, or if you've done more of a bodybuilding style and now you wanna transition into more athletic movements, some more jumps, sprinting, make sure you know your starting point because really quickly it can go from good to bad to ugly, right? Know that starting point. There is nothing wrong with starting at your level and just building. That is how it should be. That is how it is with athletes. When we have athletes coming in for the first time, that's how it is. You find their level, you do testing, this and that, and then you build from there, right? So you're not that 18-year-old, 20-year-old athlete you used to be, right? You might still be training athletically, but know that starting point, and that is going to be the framework from which you build. Number two, building on that is going to be build a solid foundation. So once you find that level, your starting point, take the time to build a foundation, right? If you know that you suffer from like a patellar tendinopathy, right? The knees get really sore when you do things. Take the extra time, maybe start your workout with some isos, get those joints ready, work range of motion, right? Those deep tier movements. Make sure that you get ahead of things so you're not having nagging injuries pop up constantly. It's even one of the things, if you haven't jumped for a while, just do it like prophylactically, right? For 6 weeks, the start of your program is going to have these isos. It's going to have these Spanish squats where you're firing up the quads. If you have Achilles pain, right, you're gonna wanna hit some like isos as well, or just work on some low level things. It is important to build this foundation so you get ahead of it before all these injuries start piling up. Because I'll tell you, especially as we age, once one injury sets in, it takes longer to recover from, and there's a higher chance that something else is gonna get injured either in the meantime or when you get back and feel good because you've been away for a little bit, something else might happen, right? So get ahead of it, set yourself up, shoulders, knees, ankles, all of it. Make sure you are good to go. Number three, make sure you sleep. Right, I am, as well as probably so many people, a huge proponent of sleep. It is massively important for recovery, for performance, for cognition, for everything. Make sure you get good sleep. And I understand people's schedules can be cuckoo. I understand you're gonna go to bed late and you're gonna wake up early and you have kids and all these things. Just try to prioritize sleep, right? I understand you can't necessarily put sleep ahead of your kids, but you definitely can put sleep ahead of watching one more episode on TV or scrolling on your phone. Little things like that will go a long way. And this takes us to number four, is your diet. You wouldn't put shit oil in a performance car. Make sure you put good quality food in your body. I'm not saying everything has to be 100% perfect, but make sure you're trying to have intentional choices with your food. Lots of protein, good quality protein, right? Good quality carbs. For me, I am a fan of carbohydrates. I think that if you are utilizing them, they're important. They're really important for your brain. And if you're working out hard, you need them for performance, right? I understand that there's a lot of different studies that show working off of fats is, you know, it's beneficial, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But to me, I think that if you are working out hard, it is important. You don't have to overindulge, but put good things in your body. Make sure you're getting good diet. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, replenishing your electrolytes. All of these things are really important, and that's going to be the difference between your ability to recover and your ability to perform in the gym. Numero 5. We're going the phrase consistency compounds. Trust me, I understand. Sometimes life gets in the way and you do not have time to work out. However, the mindset of compounding a little bit over and over is really beneficial and important to have. If there's a day where you have an hour, hour and a half to work out, amazing. Other days you might have 10 minutes, but instead of not doing anything on this day, maybe you take it as a mobility day. Maybe you work on some like cardio, right? Some sprints, doing something there, just some interval training, just some heart rate stuff. Whatever you can do, take advantage of it. Just because you don't have the time you thought you did, doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything. Maybe it's a day where you're just working on your feet and your ankles. Who knows? Working out those shoulders, whatever it is. Consistency compounds, and a little bit over a long time produces some of the best results. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure you check out our custom online training, link in the description below, and our community workout. That is only $3 a workout, $50 a month. That is cheaper than your weekly Starbucks visit for fabulous workouts made by Spencer and myself. You get to be part of a community, have that support, direct contact with Spencer and myself. That link is also in the description below. Number 6, athletic training is not meant to entertain you. What I mean by that is sometimes it is boring as hell. Sometimes it is the same stuff over and over, right? We're working this block right now. So for the next 8 weeks, we're hitting these same 4 exercises. We might switch some accessory stuff, but we are working on a back squat. We are working on a hang clean, an RDL, a bench, whatever it is. But the goal is performance. It's not here to entertain you. To every day it's gonna be something new, keep you on your toes. That's not what it's about. If you want that, then there's other forms of training. But if you're trying to train athletically, then it's really good for you to work on certain movements, get really good at them, and just progress them. So going into a workout with the mindset of it's going to be entertaining and blah, 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 that's not gonna work, because there's gonna get a point where that's gonna run out. And you almost have to fall in love with the mundane capacity of it. Like there are days where it is beyond boring, but you come in, you do it, and you leave better than when you came into the gym. Number 7, regress, don't quit. I know it is really easy to go into something, and if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel good, if you're not progressing like you thought you would, to just say, F it, I'm done. If something hurts, right, if I squat and it hurts, just say, F that, I'm not doing that. There's always a regression. If something hurts, you want to figure out why it hurts. Either address that, right? If it's like front of the knee pain, maybe we work on that patellar tendon, try to help that feel better, and then things are going to feel really good. If it's back pain, maybe your form is wrong, or maybe you just have to build up some other things. Maybe you have to retrain your body how to fire, right? Maybe as you're going, you're not getting enough glute activation, so it's all here and it's hurting your knees or it's hurting your back, whatever it is. But the mindset of regress, don't quit is really important. Even if you guys follow our channel, you know Ireland. Love that girl to death. She's been having some low back pain. So Spencer and I have taken the time to really watch and say, okay, what is happening? And we've noticed that as she is squatting, her glutes aren't activating how they should be. And you can get that through dialogue too. Like she will straight up say, I only feel that in my quads. So we take the time to regress. We drop lots of load. We relearn the movement pattern. Now it's perfect. Back pain gone. Everything is exactly how it should be. Feels it in the quads and the glutes, everything. We didn't just quit and just say, oh, lifting's not for you. You regress. You put things in to help the problem, you don't avoid. Number 8, it is really important you have some element of cognitive quickness or reaction training in your workout. Not everybody is a big believer of this. I am a massive fan. Number 1, I think it's really fun. But also 2, I think it is extremely beneficial to get that nervous system firing, right? Lots of things will do that, but there's something different about getting that mind firing really quickly. So a lot of the times I'll throw it into the warm up, right? During a skill session. And I think more people need to do this, right? The warm up, it is to get your blood flowing, your heart rate up a little bit, to get your body warmer, right? But it's also not just about neck down, Also to get your mind right, to get you in that performance place where you're about to hit that session, to get your mind locked in. And one of the best ways we can do this, especially as we age, you're gonna lose that cognitive ability, that reaction time. We have people here in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s who are sharper than 13-year-olds who come into our gym for the first time because they have this ability. And as you age, it's even more important. In your warm-up, doing something just like taking some tennis balls and just like dropping it, right? I know it doesn't look like much, but it gets you locked in. Or even being here and just throwing it off the wall to yourself and having to be locked in is really important. For like $3, you can go on Amazon and get one of these reaction balls and you can just drop it and you can try to get it right here just to warm up with it. If you have a wall, you can throw it off the wall. You can let it bounce and get it. Don't underestimate the value of this stuff. And if you have 10 minutes for a workout, get one of these. Sometimes I do that and I just throw that thing off the wall or let it bounce. And it's like Rocky chasing a chicken, but it's really good. Number 9, this one might be a huge misconception. A lot of people think that every single workout needs to be like survival mode. You're not supposed to be just surviving each workout. You're not supposed to be lying on the floor, gassed, dripping in sweat, like seeing stars or seeing a bright light. Like that's not athletic training. That is not performance training. That is stupid. No offense to people who do that, but that's not the goal. I always tell our people, yes, you are gonna have days where you're cooked, where your legs are tired, where you're kind of gassed. You're gonna have those days, but those shouldn't be ridiculously often. Even for adults, you should leave the gym feeling better than when you first got here. As I said, there are gonna be days where you are like, whew, I am absolutely cooked. But you shouldn't be on the ground like asking Jesus to like give you life again. That's not gonna lead to consistency. That is gonna lead to burnout. You're gonna start hating it. I have done those workouts where every day I just go into the gym and I'm just thinking to myself, all right, what can I do to absolutely destroy myself, to leave me on the couch for the rest of the day? And I'll tell you what, I burnt out so quickly. Train for performance. We're not training for survival. Number 10, last one. It's really important you apply your training to something. So obviously we're in here training and that's fantastic, but utilize it in some respect. Play a sport, right? Whether you play like pickup once a week, once a month, whatever. Have a hobby. If you ski, snowboard, ride a bike, hike, whatever. Play with your kids if you have kids. Play with your dog if you have a dog, right? Throw that ball, chase it with your dog, play around, do whatever. Training in the gym for athlete training is supposed to be supplementary? Complementary? Y'all know what I mean. It's supposed to be complementary to your sport. This isn't the main thing. Now, as we get older and as life gets in the way, this does become the main thing. And the sports, the hobbies, the athletic activities, those become the second thing. So it's flipped from our athletes. However, it's still important we get that in because you have to apply everything and it's fun. It gives you a purpose for your training. And that is a huge thing. You need to have purpose because if your purpose is just to come in, work out, burn calories, that's not necessarily going to lead to longevity in training. So whatever it is, utilize the stuff, show it off, be proud of it, right? If you come in, if you're training your squat and your jumps and your sprints, show that off. Be proud of the work you are putting in and apply it in some respect. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully more of you are looking to get into more athletic style training. We are huge fans, obviously, but hopefully this helped you. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We post new videos every Thursday, so we'll catch you in the next one.